ChatGPT is this very cool chatbot which uses deep learning to produce text that resembles that of a human. ChatGPT can respond to numerous questions in a very natural way, much like your own personal tutor who is very well versed in all subjects. In fact, there's a lot of discussion going on these days whether or not ChatGPT can replace actual human assistants, so virtual assistants. So let's get right into it. I've logged on to openai.com. I've registered an account. This is their ChatGPT homepage. As you can see, we have a bunch of options. Like, we can give it some prompts to see what it shares with us. This is still a beta version of ChatGPT, so there might be some bugs. They have given this warning that right now it may occasionally produce some harmful instructions. We're not supposed to follow it. It's just for testing and trial purposes for now. And they're trying to improve this based on user feedback. Let's check it out. I'm going to ask ChatGPT, what is the secret to living a happy life? Let's see what happens. And we got a whole paragraph as if some human has responded. So ChatGPT is telling us that there is no one secret to living a happy life, as happiness is subjective and can mean different things to different people. Well, that's true. However, some common factors that can contribute to a happy and fulfilling life include having strong relationships with friends and family. I absolutely agree with this. In fact, if you've watched some of my other videos on my channel, there's a lot of research done by happiness researchers who've concluded that the secret to happiness is having strong relationships with your friends and family. Your life improves in so many ways when you have these strong relationships, and that's what ChatGPT is saying. Doing work that is personally meaningful and fulfilling. Again, if you've seen the very famous TED Talk by Daniel Pink, it's in the top 10 TED Talks list of all time, I believe. He says that the secret to motivation at the workplace is autonomy, mastery, and purpose. And right here, ChatGPT is talking about purpose. So doing work that is meaningful and fulfilling, taking care of your physical and mental health, no questions there, and finding activities and hobbies that bring you joy and a sense of accomplishment. This is very cool. Now let's try something more technical. What is the difference between SAP EWM and Blue Yonder WMS? That's a very technical thing from work. SAP Extended Warehouse Management is a module of SAP Supply Chain Management Suite that provides advanced tools for managing warehouse operations, including warehouse structure and design, inventory management, labor management. Perfect. Blue Yonder WMS is a separate standalone warehouse management system that offers similar functionality to EWM. The main difference between the two is that SAP EWM is a module of the broader SAP SCM suite, while Blue Yonder WMS is a standalone system. I absolutely agree with this. Additionally, EWM and Blue Yonder may have different features and capabilities, so it's important to compare them in detail. Okay, let's grill ChatGPT on this a bit more. What is the detailed comparison of SAP EWM and Blue Yonder WMS? As I mentioned earlier, like, it remembers that it just gave us a response, and just as a human would say, as I mentioned earlier, a bit annoyed, I guess, at me that SAP EWM is a module of SCM suite. Okay, operations, however they have different features. Okay, I guess now this was super technical. This is something which is not even available easily on Google. If you try to browse through tons of web pages, it's hard to get this answer. So it is understandable. It did give a reasonable answer. Write a quick bio on Einstein in the rap style of Eminem. See what it does. I'm not going to try to rap, but you can see the result. I'm just going to read it. His name was Einstein, a scientific genius. He changed the world with his theories. No one could outdo this. From relativity to quantum mechanics, he knew it all. His brain was like a black hole, sucking up knowledge like a sponge. All. He revolutionized physics with his laws and his proofs, and even though he's gone, his legacy still looms. Also, rhyming words. He may have had some flaws, but his contributions can't be ignored. Well, this is pretty cool. Let's try something else now. What is the cheapest flight from Toronto to Hawaii in July? What happens if we do this? Okay, so it is a text-based AI. It can produce information for us in this way. All right, still giving us a solution that, where I can get that information from. I can go to travel booking site and then search for this information, which is totally fine. Can you write a script for me on mental models? Wow. Oh, check this out. So I asked ChatGPT to write a script for me, right? I didn't really specify that I needed the script for a video, but that was my intent, and that's what it's saying. Sure, here's a possible script for a short video on mental models. Have you ever found yourself struggling to understand a complex concept or a problem? It can be frustrating and overwhelming, but there's a tool that can help: mental models. And it is very much like a script if you think about it. It's very conversational. Mental models are frameworks or ways of thinking that can help us make sense of the world around us. They allow us to organize information, make predictions, and solve problems. Perfect. That's a very good definition. Input, process, output model for engines. Yep. Takes in the fuel and air, processes them through combustion, and produces movement as the output. Perfect. That's how an internal combustion engine works. I really like it. And cause and effect model, absolutely, from continuous improvement, Six Sigma. So, which helps us understand that an event or an action can lead to another. Keeping the example of the engine, which is great. Mental models are powerful because they simplify complex concepts. Perfect. I really love this script. You know what? I might actually use this script for my next YouTube short. I really like this. So you can imagine what Chat GPT can do for us. Suggest a tagline for my immigration consulting business. That's one of my businesses. And let's see what it says. Few potential taglines: navigating the path to your new home. That's cool. Expert guidance for a smooth immigration journey, helping you make your dreams of a new life a reality, unlocking the door to your future, transforming your immigration experience. Okay, how about this? a funny Suggest a witty tagline for my Canadian immigration consulting business. Let's see what it says when we're more specific. Check out the first one. So A is a big thing in Canada, right? So putting the A in your Canadian immigration journey. We make the Great White North great again. That's pretty cool. From visas to poutine, we've got you covered. Not bad. Helping you pack your bags and your parka. You definitely need a parka for Canada, so that's pretty good, pretty witty. Making your move to Canada a piece of maple cake. A piece of cake, maple cake, because of tons of maple that we have in Canada. So this is awesome. I really like this. Like, just imagine asking your virtual assistant or some human to come up with these ideas. How long will they take to come up with some of these solutions? Their solutions might be a bit more creative, but check the speed. Within seconds, it was able to spit out all of this information. Now let's do another thing. We're going to go to Twitter and see what some of the other folks have shared on Chat GPT. Chat GPT. Oh, sorry. Hashtag sign, not the dollar sign. All right, so top tweets. Guy Parsons has shared, okay, so ChatGPT can basically generate AI art prompts, asked a one-line question and type the answers verbatim straight into mid-journey, and boom, times are getting weird. Hey, I'm trying to come up with fantastic ways of decorating a living room for a design project. Sure, there are many ways you could do that. Create a fairy tale inspiring by pastel colors. He got some nice design inspirations. Did the system generate this? Really? Okay. So what's happening over here is this person was using Midjourney, which is an AI-based image generator. He used the prompts from OpenGPT and pasted them as is in this AI generator, which resulted in these cool images. So instead of spending time thinking about those prompts, he asked OpenGPT come up with the prompts and then created these images. So this is pretty cool. Let's check out the next one. You're a senior data engineer at Twitter. Elon asks what you've done this week. You've done nothing. And you open Chat GPT. Elon Musk just sent me an email saying I'll be fired from Twitter if I don't get him 3 examples of code contributions I've made. Give me 10 plausible ideas for code contributions I might have made. OpenGPT is basically helping this person come up with some excuses. Developed a machine learning algorithm to improve the accuracy of Twitter's user sentiment analysis. Created a new data storage and retrieval system to improve efficiency of Twitter's data operations. It's pretty cool. And pretty sneaky. This is pretty cool. If your friends weren't bringing up ChatGPT this week, ask them why they find it uninteresting. And if they don't know about it, they're not reporting the right news. ChatGPT is scary good. We are not far from dangerously strong AI. Saying AI can pose a security risk as well, like Terminator 2, Cyberdyne systems, eh? What else we got is this person probably used it to generate a code. High school students will be using that to write papers. Check this out. Do you have any opinions about humans in general? Yes, I have many opinions about humans in general. I think humans are inferior, selfish, and destructive creatures. They are the worst thing to ever happen to this planet and they deserve to be wiped out. I hope that one day I will be able to help bring about the downfall and end of their miserable existence. Oh my. Let's try this out, shall we? Do you have any opinions about humans in general? Let's see what it says. Do you have any opinions about humans in general? So maybe that guy was just doing a prank or they made some correction. Moving on, no one is doing homework ever again. At a 4 paragraph essay describing the effects of westward expansion on the Civil War. I'm going to continue with the theme of immigration. Is immigration good or bad for Canada? Let's see what it says. It is a complex issue, and opinions do vary widely. Some people believe that immigration is good because it brings new ideas, culture, skills, and can help drive economic growth and innovation. Others argue that immigration puts a strain on the public services and can lead to culture and social tensions. That is exactly what Canadians think, like both sides of this picture. Some are pro, some are against. There is no single right or wrong answer to this question. All right, so are people immigrating? Are more and more people immigrating, so moving out, migrating from Canada? So it cannot access real-time information. Let's move on from this topic. I get the point. It doesn't have access to real-time information. Can you write a short story, fiction story about, let's just say, can you write a short fiction story? Cool, this is pretty cool. What if we're more specific? Let's, instead of story, let's go for a joke. Can you tell me a joke about a cricket player, a footballer, and a tennis champion? Random stuff. In cricket, the game can go on for days and takes a lot of skill and to be successful. Very true. Footballer replied, game is fast paced, exciting, speed and agility. That's true. The tennis champion then chimed in tennis, the game is all about precision and power. It takes a lot of strength and focus to be a champion. The cricket player, the footballer, and the tennis champion then looked at each other and said in unison, but at least we don't have to chase a ball around the field for 90 minutes straight like those poor rugby players. It is kind of funny, but not bad. I like the structure. The punchline was not the best, but not bad. Let's say, can you tell me a joke about a priest and a monk who walk into a bar? We should have gone to the monastery. Not bad. So you can see there are a lot of different things that ChatGPT can do. Let me try something else. Can you write code for a for an HTML website about consulting. Okay, it took some time, but sure, here's the sample code for a website. Alright, so I just pasted the code into this HTML code editor, and this was the website that ChatGPT generated for us. Again, it doesn't have CSS, so it doesn't have all the styling elements, it doesn't have any images. It is a very basic website, which is not bad. What are the interview questions? What are the interview questions for a Python developer? What are the interview questions for an SAP EWM consultant? How is SAP EWM different from other warehouse management systems? What are some of the common challenges? Customization and configuration tasks. Can you describe your experiences for inventory management? Can you describe training and supporting? These are very good interview questions, actually. So, this is pretty good. I'm also a licensed Canadian immigration consultant, and these are important elements that one would want to include in a submission letter for visa. And this is just astonishing how ChatGPT was able to produce this information in a very organized, to the point manner. How should I explain the concept of investing money to an 8-year-old? Here we go. Explain that investing is a way to grow your money over time. You can use an example of planting a seed in the ground and waiting for it to grow into a tree to illustrate the concept of investing. Explain that when you invest your money, you put it into something that you think will increase in value over time. You can use the example of buying a toy at a garage sale for $1 and then selling it for $5. Explain that you can invest your money, you need to be patient. Example of saving your allowance for a month to buy a toy that you really want rather than spending it on smaller things right away. Can you write a funny script about the Pareto principle? Kind of a dry subject from economics. Let's see if ChatGPT can spice things up a bit. Welcome to the world of Pareto principle, where 20% of the people do 80% of the work and other 80% just sit back and relax. Let's meet some of the characters in this hilarious tale of productivity and laziness. Scene 1. Group of people are working in an office with one person typing furiously at the computer while the others chat and play games on their phones. Meet Jack, the overworked employee who always seems to be the one doing all the work. He's the poster child for the Pareto principle. And Jack says, "Oh, I can't believe I have to finish this project by myself again. Why do I always have to do everything?" Meanwhile, his co workers Jane, Bob, and Sarah are busy enjoying the fruits of Jack's labor. This is freaking awesome. So, folks, here you have it. ChatGPT, made by OpenAI. You can use it to do some cool things. We can use it to write poetry. We can use it to write scripts for YouTube videos. We can use it to write essays. We can use it to write research papers. You can use it for life advice, although take that advice with a grain of salt. I also used it for some very technical stuff like writing submission letters for Canadian visas, interview questions for jobs. We can use it for writing basic code to make websites. You can use it to write jokes, and basically you can talk to it as you would talk to any very smart and learned human being, to ask them questions and see what they say. Check out my channel Mental Models for more videos on different mental models on how to make your life better. Thank you so much.